Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. And welcome back to the Token 5, my top 5 list for a particular subject matter, and today's Token 5 is in conjunction with the Godzilla Garage, where I exclusively talk about Godzilla and Godzilla related content. One of the awesome things about Godzilla is that he is many things. Superhero, force of nature, and one of the worst villains you'll see on the silver screen. As awesome as that range is, sometimes there's nice to have a balancing act to basically allow you to enjoy basically the different ranges that Godzilla has. Enter Mothra, one of the most recognized and beloved kaiju, especially among the female demographic. Mothra is always that stable sense of good and protection of the earth. And I'm not the biggest fan. Granted, I understand Mothra's popularity. It's just that how awesome, destructive, durable, and powerful Godzilla is, it's kind of hard for me to take, fluffy, cutesy-wootsy, that as a worthy adversary of Godzilla, kind of far-fetched. Be that as it may, though, it is always nice to see Mothra appear in different incarnations over time. So, to pay homage and respect to the goddess of Infant Island, I will be talking about my 5 favorite appearances of Mothra in a Godzilla movie. Keep in mind, these are not my 5 favorite Godzilla movies that Mothra appears in. No, these are just the 5 favorite appearances of Mothra in a Godzilla movie, if that makes any sense. Starting with number 5, Godzilla vs. Mothra, Battle for Earth. The Heisei era, no surprise, is my favorite era of the Godzilla movies. But this particular movie, I wasn't really a fan of until a couple of multiple viewings over the years, and especially this year. I began to like this movie a little bit more. But even though I like this movie more, this appearance of Mothra, it's okay. The show stealer is Batra, but it was nice to see a new updated version of Mothra compared to the last time you saw Mothra, which was in the 60s. Number 4, GMK. What's interesting about this is Mothra is still a force of good. However, Mothra is not an ally of mankind. No, Mothra is just here just to protect the Earth. And she displays that by 1, targeting humans in the beginning, and 2, using humans as pawns in chess during her battle with Godzilla, which is awesome. But by the same token, can kind of take you back a little bit, but this is something that I do appreciate a lot. Number 3, Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, or the Japanese title, Ebra, the Terror of the Deep. Oh boy, this movie. As bad as this movie is, the only saving grace is Mothra. I was not really excited to see Godzilla in this movie. I enjoyed the cameos of Mothra, and that end scene where Mothra whacks Godzilla and saves everyone, that was awesome. That made Mothra a badass. Number 2, Mothra vs. Godzilla. The very first movie Mothra appears in a Godzilla movie was one of the best movies in the franchise, but also kind of set that precedent for me not really taking Mothra very serious, because as cute as Mothra is, Mothra got wrecked. She got stomped. Yeah, and it's kind of hard for me to be like, oh, yes, Mothra, yeah, Mothra's a great adversary, a great opponent for Godzilla, where she got stomped so easily. Number 1, Godzilla Tokyo SOS. the best fight Mothra had against Godzilla, and basically the one movie that really actually made me believe Mothra could be a credible threat to Godzilla. We got Godzilla Tokyo SOS to answer for that. Now, in my last video in the Godzilla Garage, I know I mentioned a lot of good things about the Millennium Era, but I pretty much in general give the Millennium Era some shade. But one thing I didn't mention is the fact that the Millennium Era gave a lot of legitimacy to Mothra for me, because both of Mothra's appearances in the Millennium Era were awesome, and Tokyo SOS for me is her best appearance in any Godzilla movie. Agree? Disagree? Please drop me a comment below. Tell me what are your favorite Mothra appearances in a Godzilla movie. Give me a like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook at Token Dave or on Twitter at Token Dave 80. Ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, the dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. I'll catch all of you later.